Well, my amaryllis has been blooming beautifully all through the Christmas season. I had two of these beautiful bloom stalks, each one with four beautiful red trumpet flowers on it. And now it's spent. These are all pretty much dried up. And what am I going to do now? Well, first thing I'm going to do is trim off this stalk. I'm not going to touch the leaves. I'll leave those there, but I will trim off the stalk. But I wanted to know, can I get this beautiful amaryllis to bloom again? I have tried various methods and I've really never had much success. But I finally found a wonderful Texas master gardener who shared her secret on how to get these to rebloom. And I'm going to share it with you too, coming up right now. The first thing we're going to do is cut off the bloom stalk here. We don't need that anymore. So I've got some hefty kitchen scissors. You can use just pretty much any kind of scissors you like, because this is not that difficult to cut. It's a very soft stem. Just be very careful not to cut the leaves. Okay, so this will go in the compost pile, and now I am left with these gorgeous strappy leaves. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get out your calendar and you're going to follow along as I give you some very important dates. And if we put these things to do on the calendar and we don't skip a step, we can have a beautiful blooming amaryllis every Christmas season. Isn't that great? Because these bulbs are not cheap. So the first thing I'm going to do is just keep this in my house, in the kitchen area, in a sunny location. I'm going to keep watering it and maybe give it some fertilizer every month. A 20-20-20 all-purpose fertilizer is all it needs. And then I am just going to wait until the end of March, first part of April, when we no longer have any frost freeze possibilities. And then I am going to take this beautiful bulb and I'm going to repot it in something more appropriate for my backyard. So right now it's in this pretty little container. It looked really great for Christmas, but when I get to April, I'm going to put it in a terracotta pot. So this will be just wonderful. And it's quite large. And the reason I have this nice big, it's about a 12-inch diameter pot, is because I have about 8 different amaryllis bulbs that I am going to put all of them together in this pot. So that's the first part of April. I am going to fill this with potting soil, and I am going to put 6 to 8 of my big amaryllis bulbs in here, making sure not to cover the neck. And these strappy leaves will just be kind of all overflowing, and it'll make a really nice green outdoor plant. I put it in a location that gets morning sun and afternoon shade, because it does get super hot here in Texas. I'll make sure to keep it watered, and I can continue to fertilize it once a month. Our next important date is August the 1st. On August the 1st, we are going to stop watering it. We want to begin to push these amaryllis bulbs into dormancy. And one of my master gardener friend's big pieces of advice was to turn the pot over on its side and just let those strappy leaves just kind of hang off. You know, a little bit of dirt might fall out, but that's okay. And this is your reminder not to water it anymore. So you leave it there until September 1st. So that's another important date to write on your calendar, September 1. On September 1, you're going to find that most of these leaves have turned yellow or brown. And that's what you want. You're beginning to push the bulbs into dormancy. You're going to take all the bulbs out of this dirt, shake them off. You're going to trim off every single leaf that there is on the bulb, and you're going to shake it off. You're going to put these in your refrigerator so you can dust them as much as you want. And that's the key. You're going to put them in a refrigerator. So I have been putting them in my garage or putting them in a dark closet. Darkness is part of this. And I have never had anything actually even make it out of the garage. They just turn to mush because the temperatures need to be in the 50s. And I don't have any place in my house that was 50 until this brilliant woman reminded us about our refrigerators. Of course, our refrigerators are perfect. So you're going to find a box, a small enough box that's not going to be too intrusive to your refrigerator. Hopefully you have a refrigerator in your garage, but if you don't, maybe you just do this with a couple of your Amaryllis bulbs in your kitchen refrigerator. And you really have to want this to go through all these steps. But I really do. I think this is going to be just great to save money every year, not having to buy a new Amaryllis bulb. Okay, so I've got my box. I'm going to put the Amaryllis, just the bulbs, in the box, and I'm going to tightly tape it up so that it doesn't, every time the refrigerator door is opened, the bulb will get a flash of light, but if it's in the box, it'll stay nice and dark. You're going to leave it in the refrigerator for 8 weeks. So if you put it in September 1, you're going to take it out October 15th. And so that's 8 weeks that it was in dormancy in the cool, dark refrigerator. And then you're going to take them out and you're going to find some great pots that you want to use for Christmas. I have some glass ones. I have some small red pots, some small white pots, some tin pots, just all kinds of fun Christmassy pots for my Amaryllis. Sometimes I'll have something like this. Maybe I can have 3 inside. And I pot them up in potting soil, leaving the necks exposed. You begin watering them again, and you put them in a sunny location. Now, for an Amaryllis is a tropical plant, and it's going to want your temperatures to be 65 to 75 degrees, just regular house temperatures. And you should begin to start seeing an actual flower bloom emerge from the strappy leaves that are also going to start coming up. And by Christmas time, you should begin to have a beautiful bloom coming out. It takes 8 weeks for a bloom to be fully emerged. So if you follow these dates, if you start planting it October 15th, right before Christmas is when you're going to get the beautiful bloom. So I'm excited to try this. This master gardener has assured me that she's done this and it works. I'm going to be doing this, and every time I reach one of these dates on my calendar, I'll make a video to remind everybody what we're doing with our Amaryllis, and we can follow along and get some beautiful blooms, and we don't have to keep rebuying these every year. People say that if you do this, your Amaryllis bulbs will last you, 60, 70 years. So why not try it? And the longer that you have them, the bigger they get and the more bloom stalks they shoot up. So I'm excited to try this, and we'll just do it together. Okay, and if you like content like this, please like and subscribe below and share with your friends. Okay, well, I hope you have a wonderful day. It is a little chilly outside, so I'm doing inside gardening today. Bye-bye.